It's going to be fun. It's going to be a loud, packed environment, and we love that. We talked about this week, and we said all last year. I feel like we were the best road team in the Big 12, and I think that's a big reason why we won the Big 12 last year is because of the success that we had on the road. And I think it's exciting. It's kind of that us against the world mentality when you go in there and you got 70 plus players and some staff, and you got a whole stadium rooting against you. I think it's fun. We love that. We love being on the road.
What do the veteran guys pass on to the young guys as far as a road environment?
Yeah, I mean, we preach all the time. It's going to be hostile. You got to block out the noise, and it is what it is. It's a game. And that's the thing is, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's going to be loud. We got to deal with that a little bit. There's going to be, maybe a little different cadences if it starts getting too loud. But really nothing changes. It's football at the end of the day, and we just got to block out everything that's going on around us and create our own juice and kind of walk into their place and take over.
Is there anything really you can take from last year's game, given how weird it was with the weather and everything? Or
Yeah, it was a weird game to say the least. I mean, I didn't personally play in it, but I think a lot of people want to say that it was the rain and this and that, but I think we played well, and I think they definitely have this game circled. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good one.
What did you learn about yourself after watching film at Troy?
I would say after watching that game, really the biggest thing I took away from it is not getting too aggressive. And I feel like a lot of times last year, I found success because I was aggressive and pushing the ball down the field and trying to throw into tight windows. And I think it's just that balance of knowing when to be aggressive, when to take the shots, and when not to, and when to keep us on schedule and take what they give us with. I think I got better as the game went along. Even in that one drive where I scrambled for a first down, like not throwing it into coverage when it doesn't need to be, just kind of doing whatever the defense gives me. If they're running man coverage and they're running away, there's nobody for me. So you gotta kind of just gotta take it as it comes and not predetermine anything, not force any balls that don't really have to be thrown. I think that's the biggest thing I took away from that game.
What do you see from the Missouri secondary on film?
They're good secondary, very good team all around, good size, good length, a lot of experience. So it'll be a good challenge.
Well, is there at all kind of a feel of a mini rivalry between you guys and Missouri?
I would say, yeah. I mean, just with the proximity of them, being an SEC team now. Obviously, they used to, be in the Big 12. I know there's a lot of people from that Missouri area, especially on our team, that have those feelings towards them. I know the fan bases don't really care for each other, and but like I said, I mean, it's another game, and we're trying to treat it like that. Obviously, it's going to be a big one, and a really good challenge. But we're not trying to think about it too much and get too overhyped about it, because it is another game, and we gotta treat every opponent the same.
As an offense, where do you feel best right now? Just an area.
I think we've had a lot of success in terms of in the red zone. I feel like we've done really well. I mean, last game we were 5 for 5 in the red zone in touchdowns. I think the first game we were 4 for 5 in the red zone touchdowns, and that's just touchdowns, not just scoring. I think that's been a real big area of improvement for us, and that was something we stressed a lot. Is we got to score touchdowns in the red zone. 3 points isn't going to win games. We got to score 7 down there. So I think we've done a really good job of that. But there's so many things we need to clean up. We've put up good numbers and done some good things, put up a lot of points. But you look at that game from Troy. There's so many different things we need to clean up, and drives that were stopped at. We started in plus territory that we didn't get any points out of. So there's a couple things like that we need to clean up.
Phil had a big game last week, but what's it meant to have him, especially with such a new receiving core as far as experience?
Yeah, he provides a great level of experience and leadership, and he's always been a quiet guy, but I think this year he's really stepped into that leadership role really well, and taken over in terms of that in that room. And I think he's a stud, man. I love having Phil around. He's just a great dude, and I'm happy to see the success that he's having. Not surprised at all, and he's just so consistent and reliable, and he's great to be around.
And you touched on it a little bit after the last game, but they obviously made Ben Sinnott a
Yeah.
priority. How big was it for those other receivers to kind of fill the void there?
Yeah, you know, that's gonna happen, especially when you got a tight end like Ben. You know, they're gonna try and take some things away, but then other guys got to step up and make plays. And you know, guys like Jaden, guys like Keegan got to get in there and make a couple plays, and you know, it opens that window for those other guys. So they did a good job.
Maybe more Keegan Johnson this week. What is kind of unlocked for you guys offensively?
Ton of things. I mean, he's great. He's a great speed guy. You know, catches a ton of balls, and you know, having him back out there is gonna be big time for us.